Hey guys, welcome back to Oklahoma Railfan. I am your host Blake, and in today's video, it is the final day of 2025. So let's look at the top 10 train catches of 2025. The 10th best catch of 2025 was the BNSF deadline through Bushy Head, Oklahoma, and the BNSF deadline through Tulsa, Oklahoma. The BNSF deadline through Bushy Head, Oklahoma had lots of GP locomotives and one white-faced Burlington Northern GP 38. Tulsa's deadline, which included a BNSF-8, a Burlington Northern striped face, and a Santa Fe bluebonnet. Well, the 9th best catch of this year is, believe it or not, a BC Rail locomotive in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This locomotive has a -9 with 4 windows in the front and the beautiful red, white, and blue paint scheme. Funny story, this is BC Rail for British Columbia, Canada, and it's got a very patriotic color. Patriotic for America is what I meant to say there. So yeah, it's just super ironic that it is American looking but actually Canadian. Besides that, this is an extraordinarily rare train locomotive to see, and I am super glad I got to see it in April of 2025. And number 8 is Southern Pacific 1015. So in the latter half of 2025, a Southern Pacific GP60 number 1015 was added to the Union Pacific Tulsa local. This train consists of normally anywhere from 3 to 4 engines, and the 4th engine, the extra power, is 1015. So this train would run up from Muskogee, Oklahoma to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then back to Muskogee, and then back to Tulsa, and back to Muskogee, and on. We did our best to catch it as much as we could, and every single time we could not catch it leading until we finally caught it leading. Only once in 2025 have we caught it leading, but luckily this unit still stays in Tulsa, so we have a chance of getting it in 2026. Number 7, Canadian Pacific 7015. Early in the month of August 2025, Canadian Pacific 7015 made its way to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Canadian Pacific 7015 is an SD70 ACU painted in the old Canadian Pacific paint scheme. This unit is considered a special interest unit, but I argue that this is a heritage unit since it honors the heritage of the Canadian Pacific Railway, which is no more. Remember, it's CPKC. And so by the way a heritage unit works, this is technically a heritage unit. With that being said, I also just love this paint scheme. It's such a good paint scheme, and getting a Canadian Pacific Heritage unit was super unexpected and not on my bucket list for 2025. So this was a very unexpected, super cool catch, so I'm glad I saw it. Number 6 is CSX 1900. Now CSX 1900 honors the Seaboard Airlines, which is not a railroad, by the way. So the Seaboard was a train company in the east coast of the United States of America, and they had an airline called the Seaboard Airlines. So in 2024, the CSX Railway created the Seaboard Airlines Heritage Unit using some pretty cool colors on a CSX Gevo. Now this is honestly my favorite CSX Heritage Unit, and it was super unexpected. I had woken up one day and saw that it was coming to Tulsa. After multiple siding stops, getting tied down, and a crew change, we finally got to catch CSX 1900 at about 11 o'clock on the very first few days of March. Maybe it was the 2nd. We got to catch CSX 1900. Number 5, Union Pacific 1982. So on Super Bowl Sunday 2025, Union Pacific 1982 was leading a mixed freight train through Claremore, Oklahoma. Luckily, I was able to get out in time and catch this train after a few other trains. Union Pacific 1982 is painted in the Missouri Pacific Heritage colors, and it's a pretty cool blue engine. The Missouri Pacific actually has a little bit of a significance in my family, so it's pretty cool to see this unit in person. Number 4, CSX 3194. So in May of 2025, we went out to catch CSX 3194, the police officer locomotive. This is a really cool CSX locomotive painted to honor our law enforcement. Now, honestly, I think all railroads should have one of these because law enforcement need more respect from the American public and from other businesses, really. They keep us protected, they keep us safe, and that's why I have them so high up in the list. Number 3, Burlington Northern 3158. So Burlington Northern 3158 is a GP60 extended cab, aka the Super Cab. The Burlington Northern locomotive had an extended cab, and this was a little test to see if this would be a smart idea. Now, personally, I think this was a great idea, and I don't know why the Super Cab didn't stick around. There are very few built, and this is one of the last that remain today. So if you ever see 3158, make sure you take your pictures because it won't be around much longer. Number 2, a CSX military train with a YN2 leader in 2025. So sometime in either August or September maybe, 2025, we got a CSX military train that had a YN2 leader. I had been trying for months to catch a military train, and this was the last one of 2025, and somehow at 12 a.m. I got it finally. I got a military train moving. This one had a YN2 leader and was just really cool to see. And finally, the best catch of 2025 came in March. Union Pacific, 1943, leading a coal train. When I was a kid, 1943 was my favorite train locomotive ever. All the different colors on it, and it being a World War II train, it was just super cool. And I had my mom print me pictures of it. I put it up my wall. I just love this engine. And finally, after so long of trying, in 2025, I finally got this train leading. The best catch of 2025 is Union Pacific 1943, leading a coal train.